Most people are not lazy. They are negotiating. They don't refuse responsibility. They postpone it. They don't say, "I won't." They say, "Later." Kishan had mastered the word, later. He was not a rude boy. He didn't shout. He didn't disobey directly. He didn't break rules loudly. He simply delayed everything. Homework became tomorrow. Sweeping became after tea. Errands became when he felt like it. If his mother asked for help, he would nod gently and say, "I'll do it." He just never decided when. And somehow, later always felt reasonable. One month, his family planned a small feast. Relatives were visiting. Neighbors were invited. It wasn't grand, just a simple gathering. Kishan was given one task: go to the neighboring village and confirm with the cook. "That's all?" he asked casually. "That's all," his father said. Kishan planned to go in the evening, but afternoon came. He felt tired. "I'll go after tea." After tea, he met a friend. "I'll go tomorrow morning." Tomorrow morning felt rushed. "I'll go later." Later never came. The day of the feast arrived. The courtyard was cleaned. Mats were laid neatly. Guests began arriving slowly, but the cook did not. At first, they waited. Someone stepped out to check the road. Then, another. Kishan's father turned toward him. "You informed him, didn't you?" Kishan's throat tightened. "I was going to," he said. Neighbors stepped into the kitchen area. Firewood was lit again. Vegetables were cut in a hurry. Food was served much later than planned. Guests adjusted politely. But Kishan noticed something he had never noticed before. His father's voice was softer than usual. His mother did not look at him while serving rice. A relative glanced toward him, then looked away. No one said much that night. That silence stayed longer than anger would have. A week later, arrangements were made quietly. His clothes were folded. A small bag was packed. He was sent to a modest ashram at the edge of the village. The ashram was simple. Mud courtyard. A well. Neem trees casting thin shadows. Boys moved with rhythm. Sweeping, carrying water, chopping vegetables. On the first morning, Kishan stood in meditation. His eyes were closed. His mind wandered. Afterward, tasks were assigned. When his turn came, he touched his leg lightly. "It hurts today." No one argued. They nodded and adjusted. He sat in the shade while others carried wood. Lunch came. He ate fully. "This isn't so hard," he thought. The next day, his stomach hurt. Another day, he felt dizzy. No one challenged him. They simply continued. A week passed. One afternoon, his meal was different. Plain rice. Nothing more. He looked up. "You did not work yesterday," one boy said calmly. Kishan frowned. "But I wasn't well." Later, the monk walked by. "You were new," he said gently. "For 1 week, newcomers eat fully. And now you stay with the work like everyone else." There was no anger, just certainty. That night, the others spread their mats in their usual rows. No one asked him to leave. No one pointed at him. They simply settled down. He stood there for a moment, unsure. Then he walked toward the neem tree, at the edge of the courtyard, and lay down beneath it. The ground was uneven. The night air cooler than he expected. But what unsettled him wasn't the cold. Across the courtyard, the boys who had carried water were already asleep. The ones who had chopped vegetables rested without turning. They were tired, but steady. He closed his eyes. The feeling was familiar. The same quiet heaviness from the night of the feast. The same space between what needed to be done and what he had postponed. He turned on his side and stared at the sky. No one had pushed him away. He had simply remained outside the rhythm. The next morning, the thought came. Rest. He almost lay back down. Almost. For a few seconds, the negotiation began. Then he stopped. He stood up. He carried wood. His arms burned. His back ached. No one praised him. No one noticed much. But something inside him felt quieter. That evening, the same rice tasted different. Not richer. Steadier. Days passed. The negotiations grew smaller. The mind would whisper, "Skip studying." He opened the book anyway. The mind would suggest, "You're tired." He continued anyway. Most of us are not held back by a lack of ability. We are held back by small negotiations. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel ready. I'll try when things are easier. Each one sounds harmless, reasonable, even kind. But over time, these quiet agreements shape our days, and our days shape our lives. The world rarely stops us. More often, we pause ourselves, not out of weakness, but out of comfort. Growth does not begin when we feel inspired. It begins the moment we stop asking, "Do I feel like it?" and start moving, even when the answer is no. Not dramatically, not perfectly, just steadily. And sometimes, that is all it takes.